Okay, so I brought this up before and I feel like I didn't really make the point that I set out to make, which was that Einstein and Newton disagree with each other, they're in conflict with each other, and they contradict each other. So, according to this paragraph, nothing moves, changes speed, stops or changes direction without force. Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest will remain at rest unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. An object in motion continues in motion in the same direction and with the same speed unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Okay. So what do I want you to take from this? That according to Newton's law, you cannot change speed. You cannot change direction without a force. In order to change direction, you need a force. In order to change speed, you need a force. Now, I think most people would agree with that. Okay, so then you got the supposed orbit of Earth around the Sun. And as you can see, as it's going around the Sun, it's changing direction. Now, people will argue and say, no, it's not changing direction, it's just a straight line on a geodesic or whatever. No. It's changing direction. Don't care how you look at it, it's changing direction. So, if you look at the top Earth there, you can see that the arrow is pointing towards the left. If you look at the bottom Earth, you can see there's an arrow pointing towards the right. Because it's changing direction. It's not going in the same direction. Therefore, if it's changing direction, there has to be a force. Okay, now underneath it says, the Earth on average revolves around the Sun at a speed of approximately 29.78 kilometers per second, or about 0.01% the speed of light. This actually varies slightly since the Earth makes an elliptical orbit around the Sun, moving faster at the perihelion nearest the Sun and slower at the aphelion furthest away from the Sun. Okay, so basically there's a change of speed, the Earth moves faster closer to the Sun, and moves slower further away from the Sun. Okay, so there's a change of speed. So according to Newton's laws, you need a force to change the speed. There is a change of speed, so there must be a force there. Okay, so what does Einstein say? It says here, gravity is most accurately described by the general theory of relativity, proposed by Albert Einstein in 1915, which describes gravity not as a force, but as a consequence of masses moved along geodesic lines in a curved space-time caused by the uneven distribution of mass. So basically what he's trying to say is that there is no force, mass warps, bends curved space-time, and other masses follow this curvature of space-time. Okay, gravity is not a force. No force according to Einstein, and yet you've got a change in direction and you've got a change in speed. But according to Einstein, there is no force. So Einstein debunked Newton because Newton says there has to be a force to change direction. There has to be a force to change speed. Einstein says, no, there's no force. It's fine. Just bend the space-time. Just make space-time 4D and we'll bend the space-time. And mass will follow this curvature of the space-time. There doesn't need to be a force. So therefore, Einstein debunked Newton. So one of them's right and one of them's wrong. Take your pick. Take care and stay safe.